Hello everyone. Let us now discuss how can we solve this problem, power grid maintenance. So in this question we are given with first integer C representing C power stations. Like in a city we will be having number of power stations, right? So we are given with C power stations, each with a unique identifier ID from 1 to C. So it is one based indexing, right? Now, these stations are interconnected via n bidirectional cables represented by a 2D array connections. So these power stations, all these power stations will be having like connections, a bidirectional cables interconnected via these connections, right? 2D array. We are going with which power stations are connected. Now, each element connections of I indicates a connection between station UI and station VI. Stations that are directly or indirectly connected from a power grid. Now, initially, all stations are online. Now, you are given a 2D array queries where each query is one of the following two types. First, 1 comma x. Let us see what is 2 comma x first. So 2 comma x means station x goes offline. It becomes non-operation. That's what becomes in cities, right? One power station is not online, right? The linemans are not available. So we'll be contacted with the other nearest or the smallest power station, right? In this, no, if you see here, a maintenance check is requested for station X. If station X is online, that means there is some person in that station X, it resolves the check by itself. If station X is offline, the check is resolved by the operational station with the smallest ID in the same power grid as X, right? So if these are connected, right? If 1, 2 and 3 is connected and 2 goes offline and we want a check 1 comma X, nothing but we want to check 1 comma 2, right? Station number 2, but it is offline. So what is the online station which is online, right? Station which is online is 1, right? Let us go with this example here, right? So I'm taking this example. So if you see here, C is equal to 5, that means there are 5 stations. Let's take those 5 stations first. So we are given with 5 stations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unique ID numbers. Now connections 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 4, 5. So what I'll do, 1 to 2. So these are connected. 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 and then 4 to 5. Now queries is equal to 1 comma 3. So 1 means 1 means online. Check that means we need to check. If 2, change it to offline. Now 1 comma 3, station number 3, is it online? That's what we need to check. Yes, it is online. So what we'll return? We'll return 3. We need to return this in an answer vector. So 3, 2 comma 1, that means making this offline, this station 1 as offline. So what we will do, we'll make 1 as offline. Now okay, 1 comma 1, we need to check whether 1 is online. No, but in the same power grid I have the least number or the smallest number 2 as online. So for that, 2 is the answer. Now 2 comma 2, make 2 as offline, right? So what we will do, we will make that as offline. Now 1 comma 2, so I need 2 to check whether it is online or offline, but it is offline. So what is the least number? 3, right? So 3 will be our answer. So 3 comma 2 comma 3. But if you see, I can also get something like here 6, 7 and then 8. So or let's take this as here we can get it like 6 and then 7 and then 8. But if you see, if we want 1 1 and but if you see, then we can go to this 3. But imagine all of these are not online, then you cannot go to 6. Why? Because if you see, it is not in the same power grid, it is not in the same, they are not connected, that's why. So how can you take these connections? So we can take these connections by using disjoint set union, right? We can just find the parent of the current number x, but we need to know what are the numbers, or sorry, what are the data structures which we need to use. First thing is, we will use what are the components that are online. Now if you see, this one is having all these power stations, so it is nothing but int comma set of int, right? In an unordered unordered map, we will save the component and also the power stations, nothing but we'll store the component online. Now if you see, this too we have made it as offline, if you remember, right? Now do I have to check all those power stations in the component 1 to check whether it is online or offline? No, right? So what I'll do, all those numbers which are online, I will store it in a set. Now I'll go through every query queue in queries. First thing, I'll take type. Type is nothing but queue of 0, and the power station, let us take it as station, is equal to queue of 1. Now we will find first thing, if type if type is equal to, we need to check, then it will be 1. If we want to check, it will be 1. So if it is 1, now imagine if it is online, if station is offline. Let us think if it is the station is offline, or let us start with online. So if station is online, then answer dot pushback station itself. Okay, now if the station is online, we'll just push back the station itself. Now if not, if it is not online, then we need to find find the root or online station which is least, which which is least numbered, right? So from the root we will find the number which is least. We will find the root and then we will find the least number. Now if it is not if there is no online number, or which is, there is no online station, else we will answer dot pushback -1. Now if type is equal to 1, then we will check, else nothing but we are going with type is equal to 2, nothing but we need to make it as offline. So what we will do, as in the online we will be having 1 to see, what we will be doing, remove the remove the station from online set and then erase from the erase from the disjoint set union. So this is how the algorithm goes. Let us see how can we go with the code. So first we will initialize the disjoint set union here, vector of int parent comma rank. So this is a standard code of disjoint set union. Let's go with the code, the main part. Now auto connection, every connection, right? DSU dot unite, nothing but we will be going with the parent which is for these two numbers, and then unordered map int comma set of int components which are online, right? Int root is equal to DSU dot find of I, component online of root dot insert I. So if you see here, we went with 3, right? Imagine if you got 2 comma 3. For 2, before 2 comma 3 is united, for 2 the parent is 1. So by finding the root, we will insert I. Now We'll take C plus 1 true. Why? Because it will be starting with 0, but it is a 1 index, 1 based indexing. So C plus 1, everything made as true. Vector of int answer, which we need to initialize. Now, for every query, instead of station, they if you see, they started with. So instead of station, I have given x. Now, int root is equal to dsu dot find x. If type is equal to 1, that means we need to check. If it is online, then answer dot pushback x there itself. Else, if it is not empty, then answer dot pushback component of online root dot begin. As we will remove the offline things, so we just can go with the beginning number, right? So answer dot pushback minus 1 if there is no online thing like that. Now else, if we need if it is online, we'll just make it as false. We just remove it from the component online. So this is how we solve this problem. If you like this video, do share to your friends and do subscribe to my channel. Thanks.